From the pocket, launching downfield. Mitchell, touchdown, Texas.
You are looking live at the College Football Insiders Show.
You throw it. McCarthy looking, throws deep, got a wide open receiver. Cornelius Johnson sprinting, touchdown, Michigan.
Now, here are your hosts, ready to break down this weekend's top matchups.
What is up, college football fans? This is Matt Grissom, joined as always by Quentin Mills and Smitty Bucks. What's up, fellas?
What's going on? It's going to be back, a little six-pack action.
Smitty, you look very professional today.
I am. I'm bringing the business attire to the show. Just kind of walked in from my real job. So I did take the tie off, but sorry, but it's business as usual. Let's get after these games.
Props to you for wearing a tie. Do you wear a tie every day?
No, not every day. I try. I have not, but I'm going to try to do it 2 times a week now. And the ladies I work with, they want me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I work with all females on my team, so I'm going to try to
It's a classy way of saying you're a Chippendale male stripper.
Yeah, and they throw quarters and nickels at me. Not at all.
Big spender just to lose on teasers. Quentin, we just finished up Jeff's show. We talked a lot about, a couple of the top matchups, but we'll get into it. But I do want to talk about next weekend because you just mentioned it off air. Florida, Georgia. Is that coming up?
It is. I'll be in attendance, taking the show on the road. Business trip is what I tell the wife, and all is good.
Trying to get me to come.
I got 2 to 4 extra.
On there.
I got 2 to 4 extra tickets. Let's go. Tell the wife it's
first Omaha
first live show. First live show.
Okay, so to start with the top matchup, number 7 Penn State takes on number 3 Ohio State. Smitty, you've cashed some tickets on Ohio State this season. I'm not a buyer of them. Don't like Kyle McCord. James Franklin can't win the big game, though. So we'll start with you from the top. What do you not like in this one?
I like Ohio State. And one of the major reasons why, well, everyone's going to say again, I grew up right by Penn State. I actually did an internship at Penn State in the athletic department, and I would be in meetings and they're like, "You like the football team?" I'm like, "No, not at all. I don't." But I think they're a good team. I mean, Penn State's a really good team. This can be a great matchup overall. But what you just said, the one key thing here is Ohio State's 6-0 in the last 6 in this. James Franklin. Let's talk about James Franklin. 1-11 against top 5 teams. He's 0-9 on the road against top 10 teams. Against Ohio State and Michigan, he's 4-14. So the numbers add up here. I'm not high on this Ohio State team. I did take them against Notre Dame money line. Penn State's going to have to pound the ball because if you look with their quarterback, really tough test here on the road. Where did he go this year? Illinois, Northwestern. I didn't think he looked great in those games. This can be a hard environment. Penn State's secondary is good. Defense is really good. Can the quarterback for Ohio State make plays? What are the wide receivers going to do against that good secondary? I think it's even up to like 5.5 right now. I like this in a money line, like a 2-team money line parlay. I said it on our show the other night. I'm looking to try to match up somebody with Ohio State. I think Ohio State wins this game.
Q.
Yeah, just to echo, Ohio State gets it done, especially in a money line parlay. All they have to do, Kyle McCord, I said it on Jeff's show, he's a game manager, and that's all he's going to need to do in this game. He's been in a pressure pack situation on the road. Drew Aller hasn't. You get the Ohio State rowdy crowd. If this game was in Happy Valley, I'd be a little more concerned and probably lean Penn State, but it's not. It's in Columbus. That's a tough place to play your first true big game on the road. We brought it up on the show with our other guy, Matt, on Notebook Wagering. He brought up that Ohio State's running back room is kind of dinged up. It doesn't matter. They're a running back machine. They just churn them out since the Maurice Clarett days, Beanie Wells, add in whoever else, they're probably going to be successful. Penn State, might hang in this game through the first half, but all Ohio State has to do is just kind of stay in this game till the fourth quarter and allow Penn State to hang themselves in James Franklin fashion. Drew Aller's probably going to get a sack fumble somewhere or a bad, interception that's just going to end up being returned or deep in his own area. I like Penn State on the money line to at least win a 3 to 7 point game. I don't trust James Franklin, and until he actually wins a game that I actually go against him on, you have to go with Ohio State here.
Ohio State money line.
Yep.
Penn State's defense, pretty salty, but again, you ask who have they played? They played an abysmal Iowa offense, Illinois, with Brett Bielema. We're down on him. So I get it, but I'm going to go opposite of you guys. I'm taking Penn State plus 4.5 and under 49. I'm just going to bet against this Ohio State team until I either lose all my money or they finally cash for me.
Yeah, I think that underplay, Matt, real quick, that underplay the other day, there could be a chance of a shower. Winds about 14, 15 miles per hour. Wind gusts could be up to 30. So that's maybe a good spot for the under with two good defenses.
Yeah, Penn State's defense is good, but going back to, we'll see how good, because their competition's not been against very good offenses. All right, moving over to the SEC, we've got Tennessee looking to double their performance like they did last year in Knoxville to beat Nick Saban and Alabama. I don't know about this one. I took Tennessee plus 10.5 early. I don't like, and I keep saying it, and hats off to Arkansas because they did cover last week. I didn't think they would, but ultimately they did. Milroe, I know you're high on him. Smitty, you like his deep ball. He's not that good. He's just not that good. And I think if this becomes a scoring matchup, I think Joe Milton's going to be able to outperform him. But I think what impresses me most about this Tennessee team, and when I was running these stats, their defense is really good. And yeah, they played a Florida offense that wasn't very good, but they still got beat. I'm very curious to see this game and see how it shakes out, because I think Tennessee could keep this tight.
Smitty, you can go.
Okay. Well, I do like the quarterback. I think he's fantastic. I was a little shocked at this line. I thought this was going to be a little closer of a line. I'm really shocked how Bama's up in this. But here's a good spot. Bama's going to be motivated after last year. Tennessee got them. Bama's 9-1 in the last 10 in this series. I like that. The line's a little high on this, but what Joe Milton are you going to get? That scares me. I kind of like Joe Milton, big arm, but sometimes on the road, not very good. You saw it in Florida. He really struggled. I think he's going to struggle in this spot also. I just think this Bama team too, coming off, I think, a very bad performance against Arkansas. They're going to be refocused. They're going to be motivated. They're going to come back and get the win here. The line's a little high, but you know what I like in this one? Hey, let's tease it down. I like the teaser spot in this. Get me Bama down a little bit. And I do have a play on this. And look at Grissom. He's so happy with the teaser spot. And I'll just hold off the other team. We're going to talk about that game in a little bit. But Bama teaser down. I love Bama. They're going to win this game.
Quentin.
Bama's going to win the game, but I think you can middle it. I took minus 138, Tennessee plus 10.5. Take Bama on the money line. I think you're sitting in a happy medium right there, baby. I don't like Milton. I don't like Milroe, but it's the mediocre bowl for me. I do think Tennessee is going to keep it close because I think Bama is I can't even read that.
I can't either.
Don't tease college football. I had a marker board behind me. I had to take advantage of it.
Oh, I'm teasing this
one.
What
do you think you're Woody this week? What do you think you're Woody from Around the Horn?
I know.
Right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I like Bama on the money line, maybe in a 3-team money line parlay, and then but Tennessee plus the 10.5. I don't see them losing by more than 11. I also don't see this being was it 51-49 last year game we feel. I don't see that. Alabama's had this game. Yeah, I don't see that this year. It's going to be a little lower. I kind of have it in that 27-20, 24-20 range.
Well, one game that could be 51-49 or whatever you just said. Washington State, probably not. Oregon could very well put that up against this Washington State defense. Coming off, I think they were the better team against Washington. The scoreboard proved me wrong on that, but this Oregon Ducks team, I feel like, is really good, but I was surprised that both my number came to minus 22 and Oregon's laying 20 in this game. That seems really high for a quarterback that I think 3 weeks ago I was talking about could be a dark horse Heisman contender in Cam Ward. Now, all of a sudden, they're basically a 3-touchdown dog going to Eugene. Smitty, what do you make of this? Do you think Oregon just beats the crap out of them?
No, I don't. I said last week on the show, I did. If you follow my Twitter, I jumped on Washington money line, and thank you, head coach for Oregon, making just some really bonehead decisions. You made me look like a genius on that. Thank you. So I think this is going to be a motivated team. Oregon's still in really good shape. I think they're going to be motivated to come back here. And like you said, Ward's been playing fantastic. Heard on some shows, what's happening with this guy right now is maybe they're not blitzing him that much and they're sending more guys back, and he can't really read that out right now. So I think this a high spread, and I was high on this Washington State team. I think they come back. Hopefully they're refocused and they hang a little bit in this. I have not played this game yet. I would lean probably taking a chance with Washington State. Again, I think Oregon's a fantastic football team, very good. And what Matt just said, probably should have won the game. The coach didn't make some head scratcher decisions there, but I think Washington State should be able to. That's a high spread. I would take Washington State.
Q, prove it wrong.
I mean, it depends what Cam Ward shows. If they kind of drop back in coverage, I think he's screwed, and I think Oregon could blow this team out somewhere in the fashion of 24 to 27 points. I do like the over in this game because I do think Oregon's susceptible to allowing points. I mean, their defense improved from what we're normally used to seeing from them, but Cam Ward isn't going to be ineffective to the point where he can't score touchdowns. I think this is going to be somewhere in that 42-20 or like 45-21 type game, and you could get over 60.5. No, I'm sorry. What's the total on this?
60.5.
60.5. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's right there.
It scares me a little bit. Washington State just lost to Arizona 44-6. I didn't watch that game because nobody has Pac-12 network, which I'm assuming it was on. Yeah. But that's really bad because Arizona is not like a world beater.
No.
The 6 points, I don't know. Which I tell the tape, we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch it, but that's not a very good score. So
yeah, you're right.
It scares me.
Hey,
okay.
Can I give you real quick before you go? Can I give you a play
before I go? Oh.
Before it's so crazy. I feel like we have to throw a little bit on there. You can do a same game parlay, Alabama money line, Tennessee plus 10.5 for plus 175. I think we have to put 25 each on it.
Let's say that again. Alabama and who?
It's the same game parlay. It's Bama money line, Tennessee plus 10.5 for plus 175.
You think it's going to be close? Well, I mean, obviously, we're both on Tennessee plus 10.5.
Yeah. How do we not put 25 each on that? I know it's crazy. It's a weird play, but yeah, I think we're
Smitty,
all
what do you think? What do you think?
Hey, I always like to dabble.
Going to the guy.
It's not an official play. Not an official play, but I think we have. Some
I like to dabble, so I mean, whatever.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Come on.
Best bets.
All right.
Sure. So, okay. Duke. 14.5 against Florida State. And listen, I like Jordan Travis. Mike Norvell's my dude. Number 14, Florida State looks like a college football playoff team. However, 14.5. Is Riley Leonard out?
I would think so.
Elko's a really good coach. I think this is scary. At Florida State, I only made minus 10.5. And I don't have a lean either way. I haven't bet it. I did put Florida State in a money line, but Quentin, what do you make of this game?
Yeah, I think Florida State's it's a little high. I want to say it's like minus 650 on the money line. So that's even a little high for the money line parlay. I don't think it's bad. I don't think they're going to lose. I also don't think Riley Leonard's going to play. I think you would have seen this line maybe drop a little bit to the under 13.5 if he's playing, maybe even 12.5, but you're not seeing any line movement here, which tells me that he's not. The only way they're going to stay close is if they can run a ball effectively against Florida State, which they should be able to. Florida State's given up some rush yards. The quarterback play, I don't think they're going to be able to hang in this game without a solid running game against Florida State. Florida State's just too electric. They lose Johnny Wilson, but they have the next man up, and they have so many weapons. It's going to be hard for Duke to contain. I mean, they played a good Clemson. Well, I say on paper, a good Clemson team earlier to start the year, but you're getting a way better and a way different Florida State team now, and you have to travel on the road. Florida State's looking, if they run the table, they're going to the college football playoff, and sorry, Duke's just another bump in the road here. Smitty. I would stay away from the spread, though.
Yeah, I agree with the quarterback's the big question. Is he going to be there? It doesn't sound like it. I'm looking at this. I have Florida State's, if I saw this right, they're 21-0 against Duke, 10-0 at home in the series in this. If I read that correctly on my notes, 2020, they played 56-35 Florida State. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near like that. Duke does have a good defense. Thing is, with Duke's defense, you look at their schedule, who have they really played? You look at Notre Dame's an okay team. They're not the most explosive offense out there. Florida State they have, like Q said, Wilson could be out, but they got Coleman. They got a lot of weapons there. This one's a pass for me. Duke has to really slow this game down. They got to really run the ball, try to control the tempo in this game, and keep Florida State's offense off. I think it is a high spread, but it's a pass for me.
Reports say Elko stated yesterday that there is a chance Riley Leonard could play against Florida State, but take that.
Doesn't sound likely.
Yeah. Nope, doesn't sound likely. Okay, Clemson staying in the ACC. Clemson, Miami. I added this one because the fans wanted it added over the SEC teams. This is two unranked teams. Sorry. Both started the season ranked. I'm pretty sure Miami did. Mario Cristobal, again, just didn't show up for North Carolina, and I was on him like an idiot. But at what point do we buy back into this Hurricanes team? Getting 3 points at home against Clemson. Q, you like anything in this? Can you talk me into betting on Miami again?
I'll tell you what, if we're having a good day, roll the Hurricanes. If we're having a bad day, just stay away. Because if you're in a good mood, you'll hate Cristobal less when he screws us. If you're in a bad mood, it's going to be bad. I actually do think Miami actually gets the win here at home. You've had 2 rough weeks. They did play really well in the first half. The thing that got away from them is a couple defensive penalties, unsportsmanlike conducts at the end of the second half really killed that team and really set the tone for the second half. Defense came out firing and crushing Drake May early on. So I think they're going to have success against Clemson because I think right now UNC is better than Clemson. And they were, like I said, they were in that game until they had some mental issues. I think Miami coming back at home, even though Sun Life Stadium has no home field advantage, they may not have 10,000 fans in the stadium. It's still playing on your home turf and getting to be, back where you're used to. So I think Miami, if you can maybe find them plus 3.5, jump all over it. But I like the plus 3 as well. Maybe even sprinkle a little bit on the money line here. If I'm having a good day in the 12 and 3:30 slate, look for a play on Twitter or X from me with Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, I said the same thing on our show. What Cristobal always kind of scares you a little bit, but this Clemson team, they did look good against Syracuse when they went up to Syracuse on the road. I thought they played really well, but sometimes they're just not the greatest team. I think this is a good spot for Miami. I have not played this game, but I agree with Q. I like the +3, especially 3.5 for sure. And I said on our show Wednesday night, I would take a chance with a little bit of money on the money line. I think it's a good spot. I think they can catch Clemson here.
All right. To another disappointing team, USC Trojans, they get embarrassed last weekend against Notre Dame. Congratulations to all the Notre Dame fans and backers. I'll own it. USC was soft. Caleb Williams looked soft. Lincoln Riley was soft. Everybody was soft. That defense, atrocious. They're playing a pretty good defense in Utah. This is a prominent get-right spot, though, for USC. Do you lay the touchdown with the Trojans, Smitty?
This is this is a teaser with Alabama. I love USC in this spot. Get it. I got it down to -1. I got Bama -3, USC -1. Teaser is in the air. I love it, baby. Teaser spot. I like this team. Now, Utah has been their last 4 they've won. They beat them last year twice, beat them 42-41, and really beat them up in the championship game out of Las Vegas there. But here's the team. Again, I was on Notre Dame last week. I'm not high on this. Thank you. Golf clap. I like it. Golf clap. So I think it's a good spot. Their season's still there. That was, non-conference game. Let's come back in the Pac-12. Let's take over. I still think their defense is garbage. Their offensive line's not good. Quarterback looked horrible. Everybody tries to get in. What did he say? His shoes or something when that guy was running them down. I love that. That was fantastic. But they're going to rebound here. I said, what can you see with this Utah team? This camera, I'm getting tired every week. Is he playing? Is he not playing? No, he's probably not playing.
He's not playing.
I don't think their offense is going to be able to score some points. I think this will be a motivated USC team to maybe get a big win here. I do not think Utah can score as much as USC is going to. I put them in a teaser. I like them in that spread. I think they cover this. I think USC is going to be motivated this week to come back and get a big win.
Q.
Yeah, I agree. I know you hate teasers. I think we just got to teach you how to play them because you don't have much luck. But Smitty and I, we cover our ends. I like USC here in a teaser or in a money line parlay. The 6.5, only because Utah plays them so tough, is a little scary to me. I know Cam Rising played last year when he beat him twice. He's not playing this game, but Nate Johnson's not a first-game starter. Utah's defense isn't the worst thing in the world. They're actually pretty good. USC is going to allow Nate Johnson to score. They're going to be able to move the ball in this USC team to keep it close, but I do think ultimately USC bounces back and stays in the smallest college football playoff hunt as of right now.
I sent it in the group, but when I did these numbers, it's your offense is bad when you make USC's defense light up the board over there. I mean, look at USC has not been green on anything in defense, and here they are with the advantage over the Utah offense. That's how bad they are. Okay, before we get to best bets, we're going to do the teaser. So, Smitty, grab your crown. Let's go. Do this. No glitches this time. All right, Smitty, start us off. What are we teasing in our 3-team teaser this week?
I had a couple that I really like, but I'm going to go Missouri at home against South Carolina. I think it's a good spot. I had South Carolina. Was doing really well. Had them money line last week against Florida. It looked like everything was great. Then they blow it. I think Missouri coming back home is going to be scoring some points. You get that down to like a pick 'em. Missouri will win this game. And people, I have not lost one of these plays yet. Missouri is going to win the game. I know they said I knocked on wood last week. When you're good, you're good. They're not going to lose. Missouri will win this game.
You should pick mine then.
No, I believe in you, Matt.
We're staying in the same game. We're teasing down the over. We're taking it. Over 51.5. Points. Spencer Rattler's going to be able to score. Brady Cook's going to be able to score. Both defenses are going to be non-existent. Points.
Like it.
Why don't you tease up South Carolina?
No, it was between Arkansas and
I like that one. That's a good one.
Just because it's at 6.5, USC.
Oh, I like that one.
I guess the question is either USC or USC or Arkansas, but I'm going to go with Arkansas because if you ask me which one is more susceptible to losing outright, I really think it's USC. I think Utah's defense could
Well, I think they're the better
play
matchup.
them close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give me Arkansas minus, I guess it'd be plus a half.
That was
So
a crazy
I
way
will-
of saying I'm going to back Arkansas because I'm going to the game and I'm a homer.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm with it.
But I do feel really good. Outside of this,
I do too.
I made this line 10 and a half in favor of Arkansas.
Yeah.
We haven't played a home game in like 5 weeks since we got embarrassed by BYU. I
give you a hard time, but I love this play.
I like the
State's
play too. I think it's a really good
not
play.
a very good team.
No, I give you a
Smitty.
hard time, but yeah.
Smitty,
Good play.
cap off the show with your best bets, please, sir.
All right,
As I get this
so
teaser loaded up.
all right, so I'm gonna do Wisconsin. I'm gonna add a couple more. I just been really busy this week, but I do like whiskey against Illinois minus 135 money line. I got UTSA the other day minus 150. It's kind of down to like minus 130 right now. It's starting to scare me a little bit in that it's dropping, but I do like them. I think UTSA. I like the quarterback. Harris has been playing well on that. I did a money line parlay. Iowa and Georgia Tech plus 138. I'm on that one. I already told you the the USC and Bama teaser I'm on, and then 12-8 on these. 1-3 last week. Was a little tough on these team overs, but I like these. Who am I on this week? I'm going to go, let's see, Texas against the Cougars of Houston. I like them. 41.5 minus 130. Texas is going to score. West Virginia scored 39 points against the Cougars last week, so Texas is going to score. Tulane over 40.5 minus 145. I'm not worried about the higher juice. North Texas can't stop anyone. Tulane's going to score. I love this one. Louisiana Lafayette over 31.5 minus 120 against Georgia State. I think that's a high scoring game. Last one. How about this team? UNLV. And I said on our show, it's not Stacey Augmon and Larry Johnson and basketball people. They play Colorado State. This one's going to be a lot of points. I love the over 34.5 minus 145 for UNLV. They're going to get that. That's my play so far.
Smitty has a conversation with himself. I love it.
I know.
I did. I'm sorry. I couldn't read my handwriting. I struggled there for a second.
I like Utah
we
USC. Yeah. Utah USC over 53.5. I think Utah is going to be able to score on that leaky defense. USC is also going to be able to score on Utah. South Carolina, Mizzou over 58.5. Alt line minus 128 is my best play. Teaser, South Carolina, Missouri over 53. Iowa plus 4. Iowa just doesn't really lose at home. They're playing a brutal Minnesota team. I like that. Georgia Tech, Nebraska money line minus 121. Arkansas, USC money line minus 118. Arkansas minus 6.5, double or nothing minus 110. Tennessee plus 10.5 minus 138.
And to wrap mine up again, I'm on Arkansas minus 6.5 over Mississippi State. Tennessee plus 10.5 like Q. I'm on Colorado State plus 7.5. This could be a track meet, but I do think UNLV is kind of overperforming right now to what would be Barry Odom's first and a really good rookie season here as their head coach. I'm on Wisconsin money line. We've got a lot of the same sides, so hopefully we're cashing this weekend. And I also played Penn State, Ohio State under 47, and then Arkansas, Mississippi State under 49. I think Arkansas will be able to dominate this game and control the whole tempo. And if you've watched some of Arkansas's games, we just really try to drag this out. And a team that isn't very good at putting up points in Dan Enos's first year back as offensive coordinator, Mississippi State can't put up points either. So I like that one. And then I did a moneyline parlay, USC, Arkansas, Florida State to round it out. And then on our teaser, plus 157 takes Arkansas plus a half, Mizzou minus a half, and then over in that game down to 52. Y'all like it?
Love it.
I like it. Are we playing that Bama play?
What?
Bama wins the game. Tennessee keeps it within 10.5, plus 175.
Just let me know who to send the money to.
I'll send them.
That's it. I like it, Maddie. Get in the game. Touch them all like a frat party.
All right. Astros are up 1-0. Smitty, what's your baseball update? You still betting the bases?
I have not the last couple of days. No.
Really? I started hammering the Astros 3 games.
I would have taken the Astros. Yeah, it's just been a lot of volleyball action this week with the daughters. So it's been a crazy week.
I hear you. Well, right at 30 minutes showtime. I love it. Thank you guys as always for tuning in. And we appreciate it. Go follow my guy Smitty and Q on X. And my username's wrong. Now I'm Grissom on X. Q.
I need
Smitty,
some followers.
Anything else to add?
Grissom's got almost 3,100 followers, and Smitty and I got like less than 100 combined.
No, I got
over
over 1,000. What are you talking about?
I got 370. Get these numbers up.
Let's go, people.
Yeah.
All right.
Believe in the teasers, everyone. Believe in the teasers.
Famous last words. Put it on his headstone. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. Go cash some tickets this weekend.